Okay, y'all, here is the end of Barefoot Beach. You got a sign that says no camping, fires, dogs, alcoholic beverages, all the whatever fun stuff you thought to do. Just seashells. But here is a turtle's nest, a big one. This must be like a loggerhead or something. Over there, they usually, maybe those are green turtles. They put wire cages around them, but sometimes they'll put this like rubber mesh down underneath the sand, and that keeps the coyotes out of it too. So this would be Barefoot Beach, and then Bonita Springs and whatnot is up this way kinda, and back that way. Up on ahead is Fort Myers, and then going around it'd be like Sanibel, stuff like that. Looking west, and Vanderbilt Beach, this is Clam Pass right here. Lots of shells down through here. Got some cabbage palms, sea grapes, green buttonwoods. They're not sea oats. I don't know what those are. But I found a bunch of shells today. Here, I wanted to show you. These are cockles. They're usually this color, sometimes here. These are pin shells, and this is how they'll stick up. Two of them in the sand in the bottom of the ocean. These are fighting conchs. See the color variations. Usually they're this color. Here is carditas, my favorite shells, and a nice size sand dollar. Carditas, that's a pretty decent sized cardita. It was being attacked there. You can see different color variations in the carditas. Here is what I think is a nutmeg, maybe. Here's a kitten's paw. An olive that's lost its color and end. This is a bubble, which is different than an olive. Shark's eye, and this is another shark's eye. Better look at it. It's what I think is called a bleeding tooth. Another cardita. Worm castings. Coral. A nutmeg, pretty sure. More worm castings. And oysters confuse me because this is an oyster. And also that's an oyster. And also this is an oyster. And so is this. Scallops come in different colors. They get a little bit bigger than that. This is a spiny jewel box, and here is one with, they both have their points worn off, but this one has barnacles on it. They're usually pretty, and I'll have pink, usually a lot of pink to them. Here's one more that was attacked by probably a tulip, one of these. These are tulips. This, when they get wet, they have this pretty nice color. And a lightning whelk, because the cavity is on the left side. Here's a turkey wing and another one that's worn out. A sunray clam, or sunrise clam. Another scallop. And some sort of sponge organism. These worms, these worm castings, they get big. Here's one on a oyster, and these usually get pretty big, like a giant rock, not a giant rock, but a big rock. And here's a slipper snail, because see, it looks like you can slip your foot into it right there. They come in different colors and shapes. Get a little bit bigger. Here's a ponderous ark, and this would be a Noah's Ark, I believe. Noah's Ark does get bigger. not like the ponderous art. Another little cockle, like a calico cockle. There's calico scallops and there's zigzag scallops also. I think this is a barred clam with its barrings worn off, kind of. Very common. Another kitten's paw. Surf clam. A better olive. This is a very tiny seraph. They get longer. They get a couple inches long. And there's some sort of little crab on it. Oh, I see. It's a little hermit crab. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to put him back. Here's a little bitty hermit crab. Isn't that something? There's something attached to it. Here's a jingle. Another jingle. Pretty jingle. This is a quahog with some color. And this is what they call a pony with the tip broke off, which when they grow up and get big, they look like that, which is like, oh, that might be a lightning whelk. This is a horse conch, a baby horse conch. Another cockle. This is some more of those worms. A different type though. Maybe similar. A rock, a coral rock of some kind. Here where the organism to go through the wood and eat the wood. And this is Irish moss. It's very important. You can boil it and eat it, and you can make a gelatin substitute for gelatin. And they also make agar. It's also called onigiri. They make agar, which is in petri dishes. Another quahog. So there's others. This is that other types of shells you can find out here. It's a pretty good look, and looks like some weather's coming in, so I might have to move around. I hope y'all get to experience it. If you do come out here looking for shells, the best time is early in the morning. That's because there's not people out. There's so many people that look for shells. You want to come out early in the morning where it's had 8 hours of nobody out here. But please wear some shoes, some water shoes, because the rocks will be embedded and they'll give you a stone bruise, but the oysters in there will cut your feet open. And there's metal out there and glass too. It's pretty gnarly. It's better when you can swim out, but there's so much still debris from the hurricane a couple years ago. Just be careful. All right, y'all. Blessings in Jesus to all who receive it. Lord Jesus, please forgive me my sins. A lot of people get killed by lightning in Florida, and I'm not about to tempt the Lord, so it's time for me to go. Hope y'all have a great time. Bye for now.